Hello world, welcome back to another Cyber Apocalypse CTF 2023 write-up video. In this video, we'll be walking through the forensics challenge Roten. Let's get into it. The IMOS is responsible for collecting and analyzing targeting data across various galaxies. The data is collected through their web server, which is accessible to authorized personnel only. However, the IMOS suspects that their web server has been compromised, and they are unable to locate the source of the breach. They suspect that some kind of shell has been uploaded, but they are unable to find it. The IMOS have provided you with some network data to analyze. It's up to you to save us. Okay, so I have the PCAP file over here, and we'll go ahead and open that. And keep in mind that they're talking about collecting data through a web server, so we're more than likely going to be looking at HTTP packets again. So let's go ahead and open up our packet capture. Sure enough, we can already see some HTTP traffic going on here, so we'll sort by that. Now we're looking for any kind of indication of a web shell being invoked. So let's scroll all the way down to the bottom, because down here, if we scroll up a little bit, we can actually see some Linux commands being launched against the galacticmap.php. So galacticmap.php must be the web shell that was uploaded to the server. But we need to find the actual shell itself, because this isn't going to tell us anything, and we should be able to find it. So if we scroll up, we'll notice there's multiple entries of Galactic Map being used here until you get to the uploads. So what we should do is scroll up to where we can find the original galacticmap.php that's being called. And that should lead us to where the shell is, because it's the start of whatever kind of script was running to try to upload this file to the web server. Which would mean that galacticmap.php isn't necessarily the shell, but where the shell is being executed from. So let's see here. So it looks like this is the beginning of where Galactic Map is being called out to. So if we go up from here, we should find its origin. And right here on this post request to mapupdate.php, we can actually see what looks to be some obfuscated text, which is a good indication that that is probably some kind of malicious shell or file to analyze. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna right click and follow the HTTP stream there. And sure enough, there's a PHP script here with a lot of just obfuscated data here. So that is more than likely our web shell. Now, that being said, what we can do is file export objects HTTP. And we should be able to locate our mapupdate.php that we want to look at simply by kind of following the same process that we did to locate map.php file that we were looking at before. And right here, this looks like the first entry for Galactic Map, so it should be one of these. And if it's on the screen, it'll actually navigate to it in here, as you can see here. If I click around, it'll navigate to the packet if it shows up. See? And it seems to be this first one right here. So we're going to go ahead and save that to our challenge directory. Now that we have that, we can close this, minimize this. Open our Kali box here, and we're gonna drag that file over, because it is a PHP file, so what better way to open it up than in our LAMP server that we have running on our Kali box. And now what I can do is we have it here. If we take a look at it in nanotes, let's go ahead and maximize this so we can see it better. We do need to clean this up a bit, because as it stands now, it won't properly run, probably because of all this extra text. We do want to actually check and see what this is actually doing. So we'll get rid of the extra bytes of data there. And down here, I don't think we really want this to execute, so I'm going to comment that out. That's what that eval is going to do. It's going to try to execute all this crap. And instead, we're just going to echo out HRTEZ XAZQ, like so. I think I typed that in right. And then let's go ahead and get rid of this last bit of line down here. Okay, now that we have that, we'll save that. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and copy this over to /var/www/html. And now we should be able to access it from Mozilla. So we'll type in localhost/map-updater.php. And did I spell it wrong? Oh, map-update.php. My fault. All right, this is looking promising. It's a bit messed up and it looks like I forgot to get rid of something, but it did load. So you may be thinking, oh, what do we do now? There's no flag or anything being shown. Well, let's just take a look at the source. And if we scroll down, we can actually see the flag in the PHP source code that is dumped to our HTML source code down here. And our flag ends up being wow, rot a day. So let's copy that, paste it in, and submit. All right, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe to the channel to show your support. Turn on post notifications to get regular injections of cyber content directly into your feed. Check out our Patreon, join our Discord, and follow us on Twitter. Links in the description box down below. And leave any feedback or questions in the comment section down below. This is Almond Milk. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, world.